Morning students. Today we are going to see the subject name is business management. The chapter name is coordination. First we will see the meaning of coordination. Meaning of coordination is linking the activities of different departments. For example, the activities of production departments, it influences sales department. Likewise, the finance department influences the production and sales department. Likewise, we have our departments are interrelated and interdependent. So it's a task of establishing a link between the activities of different departments. Next, we are going to see the definition. It's given by Mune. It is an orderly arrangement of group effort to provide unity of actions in pursuit of a common purpose. It means it's a unified efforts of activities lead to stated objectives for the common purpose of the enterprise. This is nature and characteristics of coordination. The first need and characteristics is the need for coordination arises due to interdependence. If the person or department not affect anyone, we don't need coordination. Okay, in the business organization, the activities of a different departments are interrelated and interdependent. So therefore, need of the coordination is essential. Okay, the next one is it aims at attaining the common goal. The different departments in an enterprise working according to their own agenda. So, it is only through coordination the overall enterprise objectives can be achieved. Next one is it is a duty of every manager. Yes, every manager has a duty to secure coordination and he should find out the needs of departments whose activities is department influence. For example, if it's a production manager, should coordinate the activities of his department with those of the sales department. He must arrange to produce to fulfill the needs of the sales department. Next one is fourth one, it does not arise spontaneously because the coordination of the enterprise does not happen spontaneously. Every individuals and the departments will have to work together to secure coordination. So it requires cautious efforts. Next one is fifth one, it may be performed by specialists appointed for the purpose. Normally, the task of coordination is done with the help of their subordinates, but in a large concern, we have to secure the coordination entrusted to a specialist or some group of experts. So, sometimes a separate department may also be created for this purpose. The last one is it is an ongoing activity. Because the different activities of an enterprise need to be coordinated as and when they are performed. So there is a planning and execution, there will be a coordination. Next we are going to see the difference between coordination and cooperation. Because coordination is an arrangement of group efforts, then we can achieve the common goal. But in cooperation it is a voluntary effort. Next one is nature. It is a system evolved by the managers. In here cooperation, it is an effort of informal relations. Next one is need. Need is a sense in coordination, it is very essential for achieving our common goals of an organization. But cooperation, it is only arising out of the informal relations for their desire to work together. Next one is managerial function. In coordination, it is one of the functions of the organization and it is essential of the organization, essential of the management also. But in cooperation, it is a voluntary effort. Every individual, they work together for helping the other person. Next one is relation. In coordination, they can be achieved both in formal and informal relations. But in cooperation, they arises only out of the informal relations. The next one is scope. It have a wider scope. But in cooperation, they have only the narrow scope for establishing the coordination. Next, we are going to see the importance of coordination. Coordination helps to attain common goal because every department in an enterprise, they have a own goal and they have to achieve that goal. Okay, but it is only through the coordination the common goal of the enterprise can be reached. Okay, so for this one, we have to integrate the activities of various departments to secure the unity of actions. And the second important is it helps to avoid overlapping of activities. It ensures that there is no duplication of work or there is no repetition. It is important that they work with proper understanding, then only they work done one by one by another and leads to duplication. For example, if a market survey is planned in the absence of coordination among the investigators, a customer already approached by the another person again. So one work it will be done by all the persons, otherwise it creates a duplication of work. So we can, with the proper coordination, we can avoid that duplication of work. And the third one is it provides a sense of direction. Every individual or every department perform different activities, but only through the coordination we can give a sense of direction. Once we are giving the sense of direction, we can connect all the activities, then only we can achieve the common goal of the organization. The next one is it promotes efficiency. By avoiding duplications and overlapping of activities, we can give the maximum utilization of the enterprise resources. It surely gives the coordination, promotes efficiency. The next one is it promotes good human relations. Coordination creates a teamwork. It creates a cooperation among the personnel in the organization. This leads to get good human relations and eliminates unnecessary problems, misunderstanding among the individuals. And the last one is it reconciles personal goal with the enterprise goal. Every person in the organization does his work by his personal goal. This can be allowed when the personal goal and the goal of the organization do not clash. Okay. Next one is problems in coordination. The first problem is multiplicity of activities. The problem of coordination increases with the increase in the number of activities. So the larger the number of activities, the greater will be the problem of coordination. Second one is larger number of employees. If it is a smaller number of employees in the organization, the coordination is very easy. But in big industries, we have a lot of employees, like thousands of employees. The coordination is one of the big problem for the coordination. Next one is division of work. Division of work, there is no doubt it is the benefit of a specialization, but it will pose problem of coordination among the members who perform the different operations. A problem will not arise if one person alone perform a certain task. The fourth one is interdependence. Coordination will not create any problem in case of individual or group or department if they work independently without influence by others. But in practice, every activities of the person will depend on the other person. For example, A is a worker. We take one worker. He can able to do the work. Once he completed, then only the other person can carry out the work. So this interdependence becomes the problem of the coordination. The fifth one is clash of interest. In an organization, the employees overall have the duty consciousness. Coordination will not pose any serious problems, but in the organization, some employees, they always think and work for their personal interest. They are not bothered about the organizational interest. So in this situation, the clash of interest will be coming, or some misunderstanding will be coming between the employees. So in this place, coordination becomes the toughest job. Okay, next one is differences in perceptions, values and beliefs. Coordination becomes very difficult because every person perceptions, values, beliefs are different, are not the same. For example, if one worker is prepared to work overtime, but other worker is not prepared to overtime work. So this in this situation, the coordination is very, very difficult. Next one is lack of cooperative spirit. Cooperation among the staff, it is a basis for the coordination. If there is a lack of cooperative spirit among the employees, then the coordination is for securing the coordination is the biggest problem. Next, last one is uncontrollable factors. We have lot of uncontrollable factors like unavailability of credit and unavailability of raw materials. We don't have power, changes in government policies and procedures, and then unpredictable market conditions. So these are the problems of coordinative function. For example, the sales department, they have to prepare the sales plan with a lot of enthusiasm, but production department, they can produce only with the availability of raw materials. Likewise, the purchase department will be able to make purchase only if the finance department is a position to provide finance. So these are the uncontrollable factors which affect your coordination. Thank you students for watching this video.